So after 3 whole years, Pixelgun finally released a new special that you can actually 3-cat spam with. It's been about almost 3 years since we got the Cyber Cat Lantern. Probably almost been more than 3 years, but we finally got a reskin corrupted necklace of the Ice King, which I am a little bit disappointed that it is a reskin and not like an actual like a new design weapon, but it still looks really cool. It's its own separate weapon anyway. But so I'm gonna be ranking every single 3-cat spammable special, not like niche ones like freaking alligator or like Thanksgiving pie or something like that. Now before the video starts, I will be starting to live stream a lot more, so if y'all want to check that out or want to be notified, then the Discord will be in the description. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So in Dead Last, we have the electromagnetic cannon. Now the electromagnetic cannon, I've tried it a lot of times. I've given it so much chances, but it still sucks in the end. It starts off as an epic, so you'd have to upgrade it to all the way to mythical for it to actually do decent damage. This thing has like the ugliest travel time ever, and I just don't enjoy using it at all. This could just be me, like my preferences, but like even if I try like shooting ahead of the person, it's still always so slow and it never makes it to them. Its damage is just not high for what its trade-off is, being really slow. Next on the list is actually number 10 pretty much. For number 10 is the sacrificial altar. Now not a lot of people know that this thing is 3-cat spammable, but it actually is. But the reason why nobody really knows is because it has this nasty freaking travel delay. It really kind of ruins its chances for being like decent. It has no delay at all, so that's pretty decent, and its damage is actually relatively high, but its travel time kind of ruins it completely, just making it useless compared to other weapons. But then we have portable death moon. Now portable death moon, I like how this weapon looks. It's a really cool looking weapon, but its damage is absolutely atrocious. Damage is so friggin' bad, and I hate saying that because this is probably one of my favorites on this list, but I like its no delay, and that's pretty, like, you know, it's kind of bare minimum now. It does have to reload, which really sucks for a weapon that does like less than 100 damage. This thing is really bad. The only reason I put it higher than the sacrificial altar was because it doesn't have travel time. Now I know this seems surprising, putting terramorphing stone all the way down here, but to be honest, I think this weapon is just not as good as it was back then. I don't really like its fixed delay, and it's extremely freaking low cooldown. It's really bad. I don't like the cooldown at all. You can see me in this recording that I fumble so much kills because I think the cooldown's over. I switched to it and it's still not over. The damage is really decent, but there's a better version of this coming up pretty soon. So for number 7, we have the reflector. I'm tired of people putting the reflector on the same tier as the laser bouncer. They're not the same, bro. This thing is worse. Its damage is literally worse at mythical than the laser bouncer is at legendary. And not only why I put it this low, its damage is pretty decent still, but it's handicapped by having input and output delay, which I am, as you could really see, bad at melee switching. So but if you're good at melee switching, this thing is a good alternative if you don't have laser bouncer. For number 6 is the poison darts. Now I've always liked the poison darts, but I will admit that these are not really that good at all anymore. I really hate its like delay when you shoot it, because it's not instant like something like the necklace of the Ice King, where it's instantly where you shoot it and it hits the person. But no, you have to wait like a small delay, which kind of sucks because you have to like trace the person while you're shooting it. It adds like an extra skill point to it. Either way, I guess if you want to train your aim, this thing is really good. It starts off as an epic, which kind of sucks because you have to upgrade it all the way to mythical if you want it to like be the best it can. I'm not good at it personally, and I would rather use something like necklace of the Ice King, which is why it's next on this list. The no-tick being the number 5 spot. I like this weapon a lot. I used to use it a crap ton before I got the Cyber Cat Lantern. I enjoyed this thing. I still do. It has pretty decently high damage. The thing that sucks is that it has no effects or any headshot damage. There has been other specials that have overcome it as better. This thing has been almost number 1 for the longest amount of time now, and it kind of fell off since. Either way, it's still really good. If you get your hands on it, then definitely use it. For number 4 is finally the laser bouncer, one of my favorites, and I really enjoy using this weapon. It's the better version of the reflector. Like I said, it has high damage with it being able to do headshot damage at 200. It takes a lot of practice to do though, because you have to melee switch, which I've been practicing a little bit, but as you can see, I'm not that good at it. But if you practice well, this thing is probably one of the best specials that you can use. The only reason I put it at number 4 is because of its input and output delay, making it a lot more difficult to use. We're finally on the top 3, and for the number 3 is the Cyber Cat Lantern, my personal favorite.
We do not care.
Now this one is the better version of the necklace of the Ice King. I know it does less damage at mythical, but its blindness kind of actually like helps it, because its blindness actually does something. There's really nothing much to say about this weapon other than it's just a very good all-around just special to use. The effects are aren't anything crazy, but its damage is really high. For the number 2 is actually going to be the Cyber Lantern, not the Cyber Cat Lantern. This thing has fixed delay, I know, but hear me out. It has probably one of the highest damages of all the weapons on this list. It usually always one taps, and its fixed delay isn't really that annoying compared to something like Terramorphing Stone. Terramorphing Stone has pretty like long cooldown, bringing it to, if you have like level 8 or higher mods, it will literally 100% one tap all the time. For the number 1 spot is finally going to be the new Corrupted Necklace of the Ice King. Now this thing does 120 base damage plus its 37 bleeding damage, which is really good if you have longer effects duration. Now this thing does do less instant damage than the Necklace of the Ice King, but overall the total damage will be more with its bleeding. By far this thing is probably going to be the best special that you can get at the moment. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Let me know what you guys think about this list and comment below what you guys would have changed. A like and subscribe would definitely be appreciated. It would help me make more of these videos. That's really it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.